We've got Dave Hoppe, the former chief of staff to Paul Bryan. We've got Hadley, Heath, Independent Women's Forum, Christy, Setzer, carrying the concerns of the Democrats, Democratic strategist. Dave, let me go to you, and you know Paul Bryan far better than I, of course, but he's not giving up, and the markets are happy that he's not giving up. But I could also flip it around and say it's worrisome that they're still pursuing the health care thing when maybe they should move on, first and foremost, to the tax cut thing. What do you think?
Well, at some point they're going to have to do health care because the ACA cannot exist over a long period of time. And so as it is starting to contract on itself and cave in, they're going to have to do health care. Also, I think that what Paul wants to do is get all the different factions in the room and give them a little more time to see if he can find where the Tuesday group and the Freedom Caucus can come together.
Can it work? I mean, Hadley, what do you think?
Well,
I mean, that's a heavy lift, right?
Well, I think there were several forces working against Republicans in this first effort when it comes to repeal and replace. They were trying to, work around the Senate rules when this bill started in the House, and they were trying to work to find consensus within the party. Sometimes the goalposts were moving, sometimes they weren't. Right. But I believe there's absolutely a way that they can find consensus on the health care issue, and that they can move a repeal and replace bill forward. But working against the clock and working around the Senate rules and working to reform health care, which is an issue that we just saw a major overhaul only 7 years ago. That's a lot different from the tax issue where, Americans have been itching for tax reform for decades now.
No doubt.
So
but Christy, I mean, if the president wants to bring in Democrats to help out here, how many Democrats will be interested, especially if the starting goalpost alone is no repeal? Real quickly before Spicer comes out here.
On health care or on
health care?
Yeah, none. Look, I mean, it's the signature issue of the president who is much beloved by the Democratic Party. There's not going to be a lot of places that they're going to be able to go to get Democrats.